Hi, I'm Anand Chaudhary from John F. Kennedy Middle School, and in this video I want to talk about the basics of the Cartesian coordinate system. So let's get started. So, in the Cartesian coordinate system, there are two lines, one vertical and one horizontal. The horizontal line is most commonly known as the x-axis, and the vertical line is known as the y-axis. The point where both these axes intersect is called the origin, or point 0, 0. Any point on this plane could be defined by a unique pair of numerical values called a coordinate. A coordinate is written between two parentheses with one numerical value being x and the other one being y. The x numerical value will be the distance horizontally that the x value goes. So basically the distance from point 0, 0, right or left, the way it goes. And y is the vertical distance it goes from the point 0, 0. So it goes up or down. Okay, so let's go do some problems now. So here we have 3 points, A, B, and C, and we're going to use that to solve the next 3 problems. So, our first problem, what are the coordinates of points A, B, and C? So, as I said last time, a coordinate is written as x and y. So, we're going to use that to solve. Let me just write what a coordinate is, x, comma, y. Okay, so now let's get started. So, what are the coordinates of point A, B, and C? So, let's start off with point A. So, we have to find out what the x value is first. So this is the origin, as we know, and we got to use that to find x. So we move 1, 2 to get to where a is. So x will be 2 for our coordinate for a, and now we got to find y. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So y will be 3. And so how you would write this is 2, 3 in parentheses. So that's our first coordinate done. Now let's move on to B. In B, our x value would be 5 to the left of the origin, which is 0, and that would be -5. So -5 and 3. They both will line up to B, and our coordinate is -5, 3. Now we have point C here in the bottom right corner, and that seems to be 7 away from our origin, so +7, and -4 on our y-axis. So our last coordinate would be 7, -4. Okay, so we're done with question 1. Problem number 2. What quadrant is each point located in? So, one thing you guys might have noticed is that there seem to be 4 different boxes that are created by the 2 lines intersecting. Those boxes are called quadrants. And the way we number these quadrants is, so we start off in the top right corner, and we're gonna be calling that quadrant number 1. So from here we go anti-clockwise and start numbering. So from 1 it goes to 2 to quadrant 3. To the last quadrant, 4. And you also might notice how these numbers are positive and some of them are negative. So one thing we can do is we can find the signs of the quadrant. So the signs of this quadrant would be positive, positive, because the 2 axes here are positive. The 2 axes that create the box are positive. So we can write positive, positive, as you see point A is. So point A is in quadrant 1. Okay, so quadrant 2 would be negative, positive, because the x-axis is negative. And you can see we're labeling it just like we would label our coordinates. Negative, positive. This one is negative, negative. And this one, last but not least, would be positive, negative. One tip I have, by the way, is you could see that quadrant 1 and 3 have opposite signs, and that's one way I remember it, and so does quadrant 2 and 4. Okay, so what quadrant is each point located in? Point A is located in quadrant 1, point B is located in quadrant 2, and point C is located in quadrant 4. Question 3. What are the coordinates of a point in quadrant 3 that is 3 units away from each axis? So it's asking us to find a point that could be 3 away from each axis in quadrant 3. So one thing we would know is it will be double negative, and so 3 away from each axis. From the x-axis, it'll be 3 away, so it'll be somewhere along this line. Somewhere along this line, and 3 apart from this axis too. So it's going to be somewhere along this line. These two lines intersect here, and that gives us our final point, which I guess I can call D. And it'll be -3, -3, comma, -3. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you learned the basics of the Cartesian coordinate system. Thank you for watching.